What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Back at y'all with another live stream coming out of Pinell County. Pinell County Sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, in Florence, Arizona. We got a officer, Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448, who is trying to weasel himself out of an arrest. A drunken officer, ladies and gentlemen. Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448. Let's get into it. It's the Resistance.
Hey man, and I'm Officer Davis, AC Police. I got drunk. Hey, how much you had to drink tonight, man? A couple drinks. Couple drinks? Yeah. Alright. Who you work for now? For now. Deputy or detention or what? You got your gun on you? I got my gun on me. Alright, man. Well, you've been drinking, right? A couple drinks, yeah. How come you're driving? You're all over the place. Good.
Officer just pulled Deputy Sheriff Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448. He admitted to the officer that he was drinking. Officer just told him, "You all over the place. You are all over the place." He asked him as well, did he have his gun on him? He told him he didn't have his gun on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there off of McClintock and okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to go. I got you, man. I don't know. You had too much to drink, man?
Arnold University. No 28 is no white.
What's good? Hop up.
Chevy.
Just told him to get out the car. Deputy Sheriff Julian Navarrete.
What's up? I got you. I don't. Well, alright. Well, we're going to do a DUI. You're all over the place. Stand over here, man.
He just told him he's going to perform a DUI check. He didn't seem too happy about that.
Yeah, I did that this way. Alright, man. Do a favor, stand with the heels still scared. Arms over your tight.
Shout out everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all for joining me.
Still scared. Are you going to refuse to do these or what?
Now, as you just seen, ladies and gentlemen, he just took a long pause before responding to the officer when he asked was he going to comply with the DUI check. Took him at least 10 seconds to respond, and he finally said, "Yeah, I'm good with you." Well, wait until he started digging into his bag. Wait till you see what he pulls out his bag to try to weasel himself out of the arrest.
Still together. Arms on our side. Any head or eye injuries? I think this looks good, man. What are we going through right now? Or DHN? Perfect, girl. Can we let anybody else in the vehicle go through this?
Wow. Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448, just said to the officer, he has about 2 or 3 occupants in the car right now. And Julian Navarrete just asked the officer, can anybody else in the car go through this? This is an off-duty Deputy Sheriff, ladies and gentlemen, just asked the police officer, hey, can anybody else in the car go through this? Not me, buddy.
We do that. So we go home. But you've been drinking, dude, and you were driving.
Yeah, but I'm also a police officer.
That doesn't excuse your behavior.
I know. But I don't think I was also all over the road.
I'm telling you what I saw. Okay?
I got you.
You've told me you were drinking.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's also...
It doesn't matter if you're an officer or not.
So I don't know the officer who just asked Julian Navarrete. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I have some print to go to read to y'all about this situation. It gets even more surprising. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't run down the name shout outs. I will be, but I had to jump into this situation right here. Listen, this officer is totally out of pocket. The officer who just asked him to step out, and I'm sorry, the one in the red shirt that we're looking at is a deputy sheriff. Okay, from out of Pinell County. And that's Florence, Arizona. But anyway, the officer that just asked him to step out, okay, told him that, dude, you're all over the place. You've been drinking. He asked him, can anybody else in the car go through this DUI check other than him?
Then that puts me my job at risk, right?
Then he has the nerve to say that if he goes through this DUI check, the sobriety test, if he goes through the sobriety test, it puts his job at risk. If we see how he's engaging with this police officer right now, we can tell. We can pretty much imagine how he was, or how he is, should I say, as a deputy sheriff. And I don't know the arresting officer's history, but from this viewpoint right here, he's policing the police, and he's doing a damn good job.
You don't think it's going to put mine at risk if I don't do this?
Dude, I understand. But can I maybe someone else put behind the wheel?
You see, you're slurring your words.
I am. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to risk my career off this.
Off-duty PCSO.
But I also don't want to risk my career off this, dude.
Wow, motherfucking deputy sheriff got a nerve to say he don't want to risk his career because he decided to get behind the wheel, drunk, with possibly 2 to 3 occupants in the vehicle. And he has the way he's engaging with this officer, you can tell he violated rights already. He has the nerve to say this shit.
You already did that. You made the decision. Listen to me. You made the decision to go out and drink, right? I didn't make that decision for you, right?
Dude, I've done this many times.
Okay.
Do you drink or not?
No, I don't.
Okay, then that's not my decision.
I
drink.
I understand that.
I'm trying to get my fucking friends home, dude. Then don't put my fucking...
Shout outs to Rosem, and please, ladies and gentlemen, do not be offended because I didn't screen your name out. Y'all know I love giving name shouts out. Y'all know that. Rosem made a point. She said, oh, well, this will be a short video. He'll let him go. Well, I got something for you, Rosem. I got something for you. And you can bet your sweet candy yams on it. Let's continue.
Career risk, like it... Dude, I'm not trying to fucking mess with you right now. But, like...
So are you refusing to do these tests? It's simple yes or no.
I understand if I refuse, then you're going to place me under arrest. And that's some bullshit.
Is it, though?
It is. Dude, you know what we go through, dude.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Which is exactly why you should know better.
Yes. And that's why I'm trying to get my friends home right now, dude.
But you're drunk.
And, dude,
Wow.
talk to Sergeant, dude.
Talk to my sergeant. He's going to tell you the same thing.
He doesn't think I should do a DUI investigation.
So he requested for the sergeant, and he's so inebriated, okay, doesn't even realize that the sergeant is at his 11 o'clock. Doesn't even realize. He said, "Let me talk to your sergeant." He doesn't realize that he is the sergeant because he's so inebriated. All right. So I said, "I want to speak with the sergeant." Sergeant tells him the same goddamn thing. Listen.
I've had enough. What is enough? One beer, two, we drink a beer, mixed drinks. Mixed drinks. Okay.
So the deputy sheriff, who's standing outside of his car now, is being asked how many drinks he had. He said he had 3 mixed drinks. And he's driving behind the wheel, got pulled over. The police officer told him he was all over the goddamn place. And he now just admitted to the police officer that he's had 3 mixed drinks. And he also has 3 occupants in the car as well.
3. Yeah. What was your first mixed drink? What was it? When was it? 5 by 11. When was your last drink? Probably about midnight. What kind of drinks were you having? I was having cranberry tequila.
Cranberry tequila. Very, very forthcoming. He's very honest. And you know why he's honest, ladies and gentlemen? Because he's a fucking deputy sheriff dealing with a police officer and thinks he's going to get the old slap on the fucking back of the hand. But he didn't realize that he would come in front of a police officer that would hold him the fuck accountable. And now he's standing right here about to go through the sobriety test.
It's now about 2 o'clock. It's about 2 o'clock now, right? Yes, sir. And you chose to drive, right? Do you feel like you were impaired? I feel like I could have got my friends home.
The sergeant asked him, "Do you feel like you're impaired?" He said, "I feel like I can get my friends home." This haven't even took the sobriety test yet, but the sergeant asked him. Okay, and y'all can play that ask any way you want. ASK, AXE, AX, however y'all want to play on it, play on it. But the sergeant asked him, "Do you feel as though you are drunk? Do you feel as though you're high?" Pretty much that's what he's asking. He said, I felt as though that I could get my friends home.
Question, do you feel like you're impaired? You made the decision to drive. Do you feel like you're impaired, or do you feel like you're okay to drive? I feel like I'm okay to drive. You feel like you're okay to drive? Yeah. So, do you want to do the test? Here's the deal. If you do the test and you're fine, we're all good to go, all right? All right. If you don't do the test, then you force us to make a decision, all right? All right. You think you're okay, like you just said, there shouldn't be an issue with doing the test, right? The test gives you a chance to show that you're not impaired. You know, it's like we do. We can look at it and say, you know what? Then why can't you hang out, though? You know what? I'll be honest, if you're just speeding a little bit, I can ignore that. Or I can say, you know what? Then hang out, brother. You're been drinking and driving. Why are we out here right now? Why are we out here looking at folks who are going to maybe kill somebody, all right? I'm not. You know, as a fellow officer, you know I'm not out here to do that. I'm right there off the fucking Apache. I'm literally right down next to you. Julian. Yes. Yes, sir. Here's my question, right? We did not got these tests just because you feel okay. Brother, I'm right down the fucking road.
So you can see him going back and forth, trying to waste time. Trying to weasel himself out of this arrest. And he's cop-splaining while being detained. Ain't this some shit? He's cop-splaining while being detained. Shout out to Record America. He is cop-splaining while being detained. I ain't never seen this shit before.
I seen him behind me, dude. I seen him behind me.
Shout outs Wake Up America and Resist. Appreciate your donation.
Obviously saw him pull you over, right? So let me ask you this question. Are you going to do these tests or not so we can see if you're impaired? If you're not impaired, cool. We don't think you're impaired enough, we can say, you know what, if we do think you're impaired, that's another option, all right? But we have a job to do, just like if the roles were.
Shout out, Still My Beats.
If that was the case, I would have fucking helped. I would have said, hey, you know what? Call a fucking brother, call a sister, call a friend. Let me get you out of this situation.
Wow. He's basically saying, between cop and cop, let's help each other out. Let's rub this blue line all over each other and get the crinkles out. We don't even have to be going through this. This is what this deputy is saying from out of Pinell County, Florence, Arizona, Julian Navarrete, 2448. Okay? This is what he's saying. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, there's a part 2 to this, and you could go to Cameras Everywhere. You could go to his channel to check it out. I'm reviewing it live, but you can go to Cameras Everywhere to check it out. And if nobody in this chat knows who Cameras Everywhere is, who he is, and you should, there's the channel right there.
It's a yes or no question. I understand that, right? But you made the decision. You know what the potential consequences are, right?
Police are not bending. They basically going straight by the book. They're treating him just like they would treat us. Okay, this is the best part about it, is that they are not bending, but you can see how he's trying to weasel himself out of it, and it shows the reflection of how he is as a deputy sheriff.
And you still made the decision. All good. So my question, we have on the cards for people. So, will you take care of these tests for us? Figure out what's going on. Just talking back and forth isn't going to change it, right? Well, you ask the question, I'll give you my answer, all right? The next question goes back to what Officer Davis asked you. Will you do these tests so we can see if you're cool? If you are, then we have another thing to take care of.
They're trying to ask him, is he going to comply with taking the sobriety test? He keeps hemming and hawing, okay, picking and pecking, going back and forth. And I must say, they are being quite patient with him. And not to say that they are being more patient with him than they would with a private civilian. I think they're acting in line regardless of who this person was, which happens to be a deputy sheriff from out of Pinell County, Florence, Arizona.
Yeah, we're on the southwest. We'll make it back over there.
I'm a little cold, but yeah, I guess we can do that.
Do you have a jacket?
You have
a jacket in the car?
I don't got my dude weapon on me. No. It's at the department. No.
It's at the department?
No, it's in my apartment.
Oh, in your apartment.
It's in my apartment.
Gotcha.
You know what? And that's the thing. You know what? I don't have motherfuckers like that.
Dude, listen. This isn't New York, man. Okay?
I'm from Arizona, dude.
Cop just called another cop. Cop just called another cop the N-word. Did y'all hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He just, off-duty deputy, just called police officer the N-word.
My apartment. Oh, in your apartment. Okay. Gotcha.
You know what? And that's the thing. You know what? I don't have motherfuckers like that.
Dude, listen. This isn't New York, man. Okay?
New York, nigga. I'm from Arizona, dude.
Wow.
I'm not from New York.
Dude, first of all, watch your mouth. Second of all, I'm trying to make a point with you.
Yeah.
Okay? We do things way different out here than they do in New York, right?
I'm not from New York. Why would you think I'm from New York?
I'm asking you a question.
Why would you think I'm from New York?
It doesn't matter.
Exactly. I'm not from New York. I never said I'm from New York. I'm from Arizona, dude.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, then don't. I'm not from New
York.
York.
Are you going to do these tests or not?
Let's monitor the line against this.
I'm gonna talk to you, bro.
Tell you what, Joey, come on, let's up here.
I'm coming with you, dude.
Knock it off. I don't care. We're putting it in place. Hey.
Yep. I'm from here.
So now they're going to begin. They're going to begin the sobriety test with Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448. And after all the hemming and hawing, they finally get him over to a parking space in this parking lot so they can begin it. And what you're about to see, ladies and gentlemen, is just straight up terrible. Straight terrible.
Heels close together. Arms down by your side. Okay. We'll try to get this done as quick as possible, alright? Hey, Shane, gonna help you do it. I already know I'm ready. Alright. Any head or eye injuries? Medications or illegal drugs? Now, do you wear contacts or glasses? Alright, man. Look at your green light. Follow with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Don't move your head. Hey, Shane is gonna hurt too.
Watch how hard he's trying. Look at him. He's trying so hard you can see his beard growing. Pinell County Deputy, ladies and gentlemen, Julian Navarrete. Field sobriety test. Look like he's on roids. Wow. Trying not to say too much like I usually do in my videos. I want y'all to see this shit. This shit is crazy. And when I go into the print and read what I have for you, pretty sure you'll be even more surprised.
What's that? Go over that just a few, okay?
He just asked them what was the outcome of that test. He said,
we'll
go over that.
Closest to me, okay? All right. What I want you to do is place your left foot on the edge of that white line. There you go. Right foot in front, touching heel to toe. Arms down by your side. Stay in that position until I tell you to do anything. You understand? Okay. When I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel to toe steps down that line. Okay? When you get to the end of your 9 steps, I want...
Heel to toe. Heel to motherfucking toe. Head, shoulders, heels and toes. Heels and toes. Start clicking like Cinderella.
I want you to make a specific turn that I'm going to show you. Take another 9 heel to toe steps down that same line. Okay? While you're taking your steps, I want you to look at your feet, count your steps out loud, keep your arms down by your side, and then once you start, do not stop until you finish. Okay? I'm going to demonstrate this, okay? Left foot on that line.
Before we start that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the print. We can get into this video a little bit more after I read this. So, a sheriff's deputy in Pinell County, Arizona, was captured on film using a racial slur and repeatedly begging police officers not to ruin his career by arresting him after he was pulled over on a suspicion that he was driving under the influence of alcohol. Newly released body camera footage obtained by Phoenix NBC affiliate KPNX TV shows. The video from December 2020, quite old. They just putting this up on that. Shout out to Cameras Everywhere for, I'm pretty sure he probably requested that body cam footage, but shout out to Cameras Everywhere for putting it out there. The video from December 2020 depicts officers with the Arizona State University, ASU Police Department stopping Pinell County Sheriff's Deputy Julian Navarrete after they observed his vehicle speeding and swerving at approximately 2 a.m. in Tempe. Navarrete tells the officers that he's had just a couple of drinks and flashes his badge before he's asked to step out of the vehicle. Slurring most of his words, Navarrete then pleads with the officer to let him off the hook. But you've been drinking, dude, and you were driving, the officer says to Navarrete. Yeah, but I'm also a police officer, he responds. It doesn't matter if you're an officer or not, the officer says. Then that puts my job at risk, Navarrete says. You don't think that's going to put mine at risk if I don't do this? The officer asks. Navarrete then requests that he be allowed to put another person behind the wheel. Dude, I understand, but can I maybe someone else put like behind the wheel? He says. I guess they trying to speak like him in his slurred voice at the time of the stop. An increasingly frustrated Navarrete then curses, "Don't put my fucking career at risk." In another exchange with an officer, Navarrete utters a racial slur. "This isn't New York, man," the officer says. "New York? Nigga, I'm from Arizona, dude. I'm not from New York," Navarrete says, scoffing at the insinuation. Wow. Dude, first of all, watch your mouth, the officer says in response. According to KPNX, officers administered a breathalyzer test, and Navarrete blew 100.121. The legal limit of people over the age of 21 in Arizona is a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08. Back at the station, Navarrete tells the arresting officer that he could have just let him park the car, and there would be no report to fill out. The fact that you're telling me that tells me you shouldn't be an officer, the officer says in response. A little bit more into the video, ladies and gentlemen.
Right foot in front, touching heel to toe. When I tell you begin, you take 9 heel to toe steps. 1, 2, 3, and so on until you get to 9. Okay? When you get to 9, you keep your lead foot on that line, and with your other foot, take several small steps to turn around, and again, 1, 2, 3, and all the way to 9. Okay? You understand? All right, man.
Look at this shit.
Begin.
Pinell County Deputy Sheriff Julian Navarrete performing a sobriety test.
Yep.
High as a giraffe's ass in a San Diego zoo, ladies and gentlemen. Just got pulled from behind the wheel with 3 occupants in the car, other than him.
Okay. All right, man. You're on. Turn. All right. Heels close together.
Heels and toes.
Stay in that position until I tell you to do anything. All right. All right. When I tell you begin, you're gonna raise one leg of your choice 6 inches off the ground. Okay, it's about the size of a dog bill. Turn on in. When you raise that leg, I want you to keep the bottom of your foot parallel to the ground. Look at your toe and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Okay?
Look how tense he is.
For you, okay? Demonstration. I'm going to raise my right leg.
He can't believe the audacity that this officer is putting him through. How could you put a deputy sheriff through this? I had a few drinks and you putting me through this? This is the mindset that he's in, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to share this, okay? Because this is how these officers think. Even when they're being pulled over, even when they're on the side of the law, which they're not too much on the side of the law that we are. But when they are put on the side of the law that we are, like we're looking at right here, this is the audacity that he thinks he's receiving. Okay, he still don't believe he's wrong. We seen it. We just read it. What did it say? 0.121. Mark Wilson said 0.12. Shout outs to Mark Wilson. 0.121 and only 3 drinks. LOL. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Whichever leg is comfortable for you, okay? When I tell you to begin, raise one leg of your choice, 6 inches off the ground. Okay? Keep the bottom of your foot parallel to the ground. Look at your toe and count out loud. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on until I tell you to stop. Are you ready? Begin. Arms down by your side.
It's surprising that the officer is not showing, the lower half of this man. Maybe he's trying to show him some love, at least right there, with just showing the upper half with his body cam, because we should be able to see what's going on down there in the feet area. But I think this is the officer trying to show him a little love. He's going to take his ass in. I'm going to spoil that for you right now. Okay, he's going to take his ass in.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. All right, you can relax. You relax. We're going to go over here and talk to my sergeant again, okay?
Peep the conversation with the sergeant.
Nice deep breath in. Blow, 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 blow. All right.
He blew hard too. We already know what it was. 0.121. He gave him all that. He gave that machine all that. He blew hard.
Hang on a second, Lou. Yeah. So, what do you got?
You got 4 of 6 in Shan. I got 2 on one leg stand, 2 on walk and turn.
So, what do you want to do?
Arrested.
Got to arrest him. That's right. Lock his ass the fuck up.
Here's the deal, brother. You're a .121. Okay. You're well over the legal limit. Alright. So right now I'm gonna place you under arrest for DUI.
Can we call for
But wait, it gets worse.
something else? For what? So we not go through something?
Wait.
So it jeopardize my career?
He said, can we do something else? Can we go a different way with this? So I won't jeopardize my career. Okay? A deputy asking this officer, can you smooth this shit out for me? Huh? Can you wrap this blue line around my motherfucking waist just this one time? I need you to extend this blue line to me while I'm off duty. And can you make this quietly go away? The nerve of this fucking deputy. He deserves every fucking thing he receives.
Man, I have to tell you that that's yourself. Okay?
But like I didn't crash, I didn't do anything.
So, like, here's the deal. That doesn't change you, right? At the end of the day, right? You got nothing to do with the car.
I know, but like
Here's the deal. You're not going to jail tonight, all right? You'll be done with this about an hour.
I know you guys did this.
So explain to him that he's not going to jail. Not going to jail. At worst, he'll go down to the station. But it's going to get booked. It's going to get processed, and his motherfucking superiors will be known. And this is what he's scared about. Now he's hemming and hawing and picking and pecking. Okay? He's begging and pleading. How many motherfuckers begged and pleaded in front of him and he didn't give a fuck? Deputy Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448, Florence, Arizona. Pinell County Sheriff.
But puts me in like court and shit. Like can we like call someone else and do this shit? Like can we just bullshit?
Who do you want me to call? You want me to call your on-duty sergeant?
Tuck and tail. Do you hear this, ladies and gentlemen? This is the shit that I am appalled by. You know how many people, how many good people get harassed by the police and they beg and plead for their motherfucking life. And this motherfucker has a nerve to beg and plead for his fucking job when he's in the wrong. He's in the wrong. Ain't got a nerve to be tucking tail like this. Backpedaling and pussy popping is what he's doing, ladies and gentlemen.
that puts me in like court and shit. Like, can we like call someone else and do this shit? Like, can we just roll shit?
Who do you want me to call? You want me to call your on-duty sergeant?
Oh, no, he doesn't want that. Officer just asked. He said, what do you want me to call? You want me to call your on-duty sergeant? Fuck no, he doesn't want that shit. He doesn't want this news anywhere near his work. He don't want that shit. What he wants is he wants this officer to just say, listen, give me the keys, walk home. Give the keys to one of your friends, walk home. That's what he wants. He wants a smooth rollover. And the officer ain't playing it.
They're going to tell me to do the same thing I'm going to do. Okay? Listen. Dude, listen. I get it. You're a deputy. I get it. Do you want to park my car and then...
It ain't every day you see this type shit, ladies and gentlemen. So take the time, soak it in, because you're not going to see, what you're going to see is, you'll see or hear about officers not holding their co-workers accountable. That's what you hear and that's what you see. You're not going, you need to share this. Just take a time, take a moment, share this right now, because people don't get a chance to see this shit. We don't see this. This is a celebration right now. That there's a stain on his fucking record for being so fucking stupid, driving .121 with 3 occupants in the motherfucking car, begging, pleading, backpedaling, pussy popping, to not tell his boss and superiors, to not document the shit. All right? It's the resistance, man. Make sure you like, subscribe. Appreciate everybody in the chat. I'm going to go to a quick commercial. Hit the lights! Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.
We can walk through the fucking thing, dude. Like, we can just like, just this out, dude. Listen. I get it, you're a deputy, okay? And I just want some of my shit, dude. Listen, okay? I didn't make this decision for you. No, I understand, dude. Okay? I understand I made my decision. You made the mistake. You're gonna have to deal with the consequences. So why you gotta do this to me?
Whoa! Not only does he need to be fired, but he needs help as well. He just asked the officers, why this? Hey, this is addict 101, ladies and gentlemen. We all know this, addict or non-addict. The blame game. This motherfucker just said, why are you guys doing this to me? He the one who blew 121 in the goddamn machine with 3 occupants in the car. He the one that was all over the place. As what the officer said to him when he pulled him over. Now he wants to plead for his job and say, hey, don't do this to me? Fuck out of here.
So why you gotta do this to me?
Wow.
I'm not doing anything to you. You did this to yourself. I understand, but like we can. How many DUIs did you get like a fucking year, or a fucking night?
So now he wants to go into stats. He wants to ask, how many DUIs do you get within a year, or particularly within a night? Like, you can get one right after me. You can let me go and just get one from a private citizen. Fuck him over. Fuck a private citizen over. Let me go. I'm part of the blue. This is what the fuck he's saying.
What's that matter? The only thing that matters right now is here and now. Okay?
You're impaired.
If you over, Julian, and you were stone cold sober,
Come on, let's just do this and get it over with. Okay, come on, front. I'll double them up for you. I'll double them up for you.
So he gave him the comfort of doubling up the handcuffs on. He said, I'll double them up for you. I'll give you some extra room. You know, they wouldn't do that shit for us. You know that. They would not do that shit for us. He gave him a little comfort, gave him a little cushion, a little breathing room. Doubled up the cuffs on him. Oh, yeah, he's bitching and wailing. You hear him? Screaming out all kinds of expletives. They're carting his ass off, ladies and gentlemen. He has the nerve to say this is some bullshit. How much of a piece of shit this deputy is. This is how much he believes he's so much part of the blue that he can't be held accountable, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all need to share this. This needs to be shared far and motherfucking wide because we don't get a chance to see this. There's a part 2 to this, and you can go to Cameras Everywhere channel. Let me put it up one more time so you guys can see this. I'm going to get back into some more of the print. Cameras Everywhere right here, if y'all can see, ladies and gentlemen. He's the one that put this out there. Shout outs to Cameras Everywhere. Get into some more of the print of what I was reading earlier. According to KPNX, officers administered a breathalyzer test and Navarrete blew 1.121. The legal limit for people over the age of 21 in Arizona is a blood alcohol concentration of 0.08. Back at the station, Navarrete tells the arresting officer that he could have just let him park the car and there would be no report to fill out. The fact that you're telling me that tells me you shouldn't be an officer. The officer says in response, wow, this cop really held him accountable. Despite his concerns, Navarrete's career was not ruined. A spokesperson for the sheriff's office told KPNX that Navarrete was put on modified duty following the incident. What the fuck? Meaning he could not drive a sheriff's vehicle on his own, but he was still employed, but has since returned to regular duty. However, the sheriff's office did confirm that he was currently the subject of an internal investigation in connection with the incident. And they have the video below. So, the motherfucker still has his job. And this did happen in December 2020. What's the date on this article right here? August 21st, 2021. If anybody has an update on what happened since, I appreciate it if you put it in the chat. But nobody has heard about this so far, what I've shown, and what Cameras Everywhere has shown, who's put the whole situation on the surface. So if there's any update so far, appreciate it if you put it in the chat or in the comments. But this motherfucker still, according to this article, retains his job. He wasn't able to drive a vehicle. Well, I thought that coming into the job, you have to have the right credentials to drive the vehicle. But you see how they do? Laws for we, but not for thee.
Oh my sorry, man. Fuck, dude. Fish my car. Take your feet apart for me. I got nothing on me, bro. Except my phone. I get you. Fuck, dude.
Now, what could possibly be the reason why he retained his job? He's supposed to be the fuck out of there. Any one of us would have committed that violation? Good chance we would have lost a lot. Not just our jobs. We'd have lost more than that. This motherfucker, Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448, out of Pinell County. He's a deputy. Florence, Arizona. He was able to keep his job after this, ladies and gentlemen.
That's some fucking bullshit, dude. That's fine. I get it. What is this?
Shout out Harold Shields.
Dude, fucking ass.
Shout out Harold Shields. Renetta Williams. The Queen, all the way from Wynn, Arkansas. Mark Wilson. Rose M. Keith Allport. Teresa Kelly, Social Crusader.
Hey, look, our back seats are kind of small. Okay, so
Kid Wiz 30.
relax.
Resistant level is futile. Scott Carnes. Papa Chuck.
Sit with your butt down first.
Oh, check out what he just said, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you can tell that he's a piece of shit law enforcement, okay? Look at what he says, okay? He made a clear violation. He committed a clear violation. He's the only one in the wrong. Nobody did anything to him. But listen to what he has the nerve to say. That has nothing to do with the situation.
Your wallet's on. Your wallet in the car? Alright. Hey, look, our back seats are kind of small. Okay, so relax.
There's some crackheads motherfuckers out here that we deal with on the daily. This is what he's saying. And basically, you're fucking with me? That's what he's asking over. You're fucking with me? All these crackheads out here and you're fucking with me? Cold-blooded piece of shit, ladies and gentlemen. He needs to be in more than the backseat of that fucking cruiser. Like I said, I just read the report. He retained his job. He was not able to drive a vehicle while retaining his job, but he's still a deputy.
And we gotta fucking do this shit? Here, sit with your butt down first. Oh, sit with your butt down first. Here, turn to face me. Can you get the keys to my girl or someone that's fucking important? Sit your butt down and see. You can come inside then now. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. Sit down, man. I'm getting fucking up. Can we at least in front so I don't fucking feel like a fucking dumbass? Like, what the fuck is that?
He's asking to be up front. He can't deal with the uncomfortableness. Okay, and for those who don't know about uncomfortableness, yeah, it is a thing. And being in the back seat of that motherfucking cruiser tight like that is uncomfortableness. So he has a nerve to complain about that because he's a deputy. He's asking to sit in the front motherfucking seat. Oh no. Oh no.
Different than I do anybody else. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, let's treat them like a Philip Hank.
You know, but keep going on the whole time.
Yeah. I imagine you're probably going to get a notification on it.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. I'll do this. I'll probably not do this. No counting it.
Yeah. I just need to get his wallet.
Those are the occupants of the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. Two young ladies that could have been smashed up at any intersection of the freeway that he was traveling in. Deputy Julian Navarrete, badge number 2448, out of Pinell County, Florence, Arizona.
Hey, Julian. Hey, bud, are these your house keys? Mine and hers.
Shout out to John Koka. John Koka.
Can I put these across the front, brother? When we get to the station, I'm going to take them off. All together. Okay? Can we just put them in the front room? No, I'm not treating you any different than I do anybody else.
Still begging and motherfucking pleading.
Listen, that puts me in a bad position. Okay? I'm not.
Mighty funny how they turn cold bitch when the shoe is on the other foot. It's mighty funny how they turn cold bitch when the shoe is on the other foot. Tucked his tail, backpedaled and pussy popped. Even cop-splained while he was on the wrong side of the motherfucking law. I be damned.
I'm done. Dude, I'm not. Just relax, okay?
You want a 25-minute long three? Yeah, no. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's nice
No, I kept him in.
that you guys joined me. I appreciate being able to show you this. Once again, shout outs to cameras everywhere. We're seeing Record America in the chat. Shout out to her as well. Well, shout out to cameras everywhere for putting it out there on the surface. Link is in the description. Y'all just seen it same way I seen it. Drunken cop tries to weasel himself out of an arrest.
Man, that way you can get back into your apartment.
Give a special shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. Teresa Kelly, Wake Up America and Resist. Rhonda Mastropiala, Sanford Taylor, Scott Carnes, Re-listening Level is Futile. John Coca, Papa Chuck. There's a part 2 to this video. You can go to the link in the description. It'll take you to Cameras Everywhere channel. Here's part 1 and part 2 on there. I just wanted to show it to y'all live. Give you the experience in real time and engage as well. Shout out to Helen Johnson. Roselle. Calvin Boyland. Chi-Chi, yes, you can ask me the question you want to ask me. I'm sorry. This was very, very crazy right here, this body cam footage we watched. I had to be attentive throughout the whole body cam footage. But whatever you need to ask me, yes, you can ask me at this time. Or you can hit me up at eyesonbluebloods@gmail.com. That's at the bottom on the ticker tape. Shout out to Leo McGuire. Y'all make sure y'all be safe when y'all out there on them streets. It could go down at any time. But you got to know your rights and make sure you record. It's the resistance.
It's a very psychological thing that's happening here.